As always, it is so great to have you here, and I hope you're all staying safe and healthy out there. So Spain is famously known for paella, the classic rice dish from the region of Valencia. Of course, here in Spain, we have so many different rice dishes, like the one that we're making today, which is truly underrated. We're talking a Spanish gentleman's country rice. This is known as Arroz del Senyoret de Campo. And I tell you, this dish is filled with so many great textures and flavors. It's super easy to make, and the best part, done in about 40 minutes. Folks, serve this rice next to a garden salad and a bottle of Spanish wine from the beautiful region of Tierra Cana. You have yourself a fabulous meal. All right, let's just jump right into this. I'm going to add 3 cups of chicken broth into a saucepan, which is 720 milliliters. You can also use vegetable broth here, or even water if you like. You just make sure to season accordingly to using water. Then we'll pinch in a 1/4 teaspoon of saffron threads, which is a little under 1/4 gram. You can get the Spanish golden saffron I'm using in the description box below. And heat it with a medium heat. At the same time, I'm going to heat a paella pan with a medium heat. Size of the one that I'm using is 12 inches, which is about 30 centimeters. You can also use a standard fry pan here if you like, and add in a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 60 milliliters. As always, make sure you use the good stuff here. This is what truly makes a difference. You can get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. While the oil is heating, I'm going to add in 1 pound of boneless chicken thighs over some paper towels, which is 450 grams, and pat the chicken completely dry. For this recipe, you can also use boneless chicken breast. Then we'll season the chicken with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. You just have to do this on one side. And then cut each chicken thigh into small bite-sized pieces. Then we'll add the chopped chicken into the hot paella pan. And we'll mix the chicken around, that way it's all coated in the olive oil. And we're going to go for a few minutes here until the chicken is lightly browned. After about 5 minutes, and the chicken is lightly browned, at this stage you don't have to fully cook it through. We'll make it well in the middle. Add in 6 cloves of garlic that have been roughly chopped. And mix the garlic around continuously between 30 seconds to 1 minute. After 30 seconds to 1 minute, and that garlic is nice and fragrant, you don't want to brown it too much. I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 2.5 grams. And we'll also add in 1/2 teaspoon of dried thyme, which is 1/2 gram. And we'll give it a quick mix until everything's well mixed together. Like I've told you before, when you're working with paprika in a hot pan, you want to mix it in there quickly, otherwise you can easily get a bitter flavor. Then we'll add in 1/2 cup of tomato sauce, which is 125 grams. I made mine by finely grating fresh tomatoes, but you can also use canned tomato sauce here, which is similar to passata. And season everything with sea salt and just a kiss of freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until everything's well mixed together, and then simmer it for a few minutes. While the tomato sauce is simmering, I'm going to measure out 1 cup of rice, which is 190 grams. I'm using Spanish short grain rice, which is similar to arborio. Of course, you can use any rice you like here. Just make sure to check the package instructions. That way you get your liquid to rice ratios and your cooking times right on the money. After simmering the tomato sauce, between 3 to 4 minutes, you can see it's slightly thickened. We'll add in the rice. We'll mix the rice around continuously and go between 1 to 2 minutes here. After 2 minutes and the rice is lightly sauteed, I'm going to add in 1 cup of canned butter beans that have been rinsed, which is about 200 grams. And then grab the simmering chicken broth and gently pour it into the pan. And we'll give this one final mix, that way everything's evenly distributed. And after this step, you don't want to mix the rice again, otherwise it's going to disrupt the way it cooks. Meaning if you overmix it, it's going to start to release the starch and lose its beautiful texture. And we're going to simmer this for about 18 minutes on an open flame until the rice is just cooked through. After simmering the rice for 18 minutes, and there's virtually no broth left in the pan, it's time to achieve the socorat, which is that layer of caramelized burnt rice underneath. I'm going to heat this to a medium-high heat and go between 1 to 2 minutes here. After 1 to 2 minutes, we'll remove the pan from the heat and cover it with a dishcloth and let it sit there for a few minutes. You know, by trapping that steam in there, it's going to ensure that each grain of rice is perfectly cooked through. After 2 to 3 minutes, we'll uncover the pan. And check it out, folks. Our Spanish gentleman's country rice is done. Easy to make, gorgeous presentation, and all done in about 40 minutes. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, Arroz del Senyoret de Campo, kind of a funny name we translate to English. It's a gentleman's country rice, and the reason, there's no bones or shells in there, so you just eat it with a spoon and you don't dirty your hands. Either way, so excited to try this. We got a little bit of that socorat, which adds another dimension of flavors. Here we go. Yeah, right there's truly right on the money. The rice is beautifully cooked. I'm served everything in the pan, with the saffron, the pimenton, the paprika really shining through, with the ingredients the perfect balance. Give it a try at home. Once again, next to a garden salad and a bottle of Spanish wine from the beautiful region of Tierra Cana, you gotta have yourself a fabulous meal. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Ronald Kemp, Stephen Riggs, and John Kachanowski. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash the subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.